Number 1, what is your name?
My name is Lisa Perosi, and the nominees are...
Number 2, what is your name?
My name is Lisa Perosi, and the envelope, please.
Number 3, what is your name?
My name is Lisa Perosi, and the Oscar goes to...
Only one is the real Lisa Perosi and has sworn to tell the truth. Now, let's meet our panelists. Meshack Taylor, Paula Poundstone. From Whose Line Is It Anyway, Greg Proops. And from Baywatch, Hawaii, Brooke Bird. Here is the star of To Tell the Truth, John O'Hurley.
Hello there, and welcome to Tell the Truth. We're handing out Oscars here. May I call your attention to my performance in Cut, Blown Dry, and Left for Dead? The director's cut. It's time to play To Tell the Truth. Welcome to the show. You know the way the game is played. All three of our players here claim to be the real Lisa Perosi. Two are lying. One has signed a statement swearing to tell the truth, and your job will be to find out who that is. You notice a sense of drama that
I'd like to take a guess at the puzzle now.
So please open up the affidavits that you have in front of you, which you're now seeing for the first time, and follow along with me as I read the sworn testimony of the real Lisa Perosi. I, Lisa Perosi, am one of only 2 people in the world who know who the Oscar winners are before sealed envelopes are opened. As a CPA for PricewaterhouseCoopers, I may be the world's highest profile accountant, seen by nearly 1 billion people a year. And I get the full Hollywood treatment, designer gowns, expensive jewelry on loan, and even an invite to the exclusive Governor's Ball. But this is serious business, since the Academy Awards are the most closely guarded secret in Hollywood. We take every precaution to ensure their secrecy, employing military tactics to get from our undisclosed location to the ceremony. And finally, I would like to thank the Academy. Signed, Lisa Perosi. All right, talent audience, our 3 ladies here all claim to be the real Academy Awards accountant. Which one is it? We'll start our questioning with Meshack Taylor.
Thank you, John. Number 1, what jewels did you borrow for the last Oscar ceremony?
It was a really lovely diamond necklace and earrings.
And number 1, what company store did you get them from?
Harry Winston.
Okay. Number 2, how long before the actual Oscar ceremony do you know who the winners are?
Just days before.
Days?
Days.
Okay. And number 3, has anybody, like somebody from the National Enquirer or anybody, tried to ever get to you to find out who won?
Not so far.
All right. Paula Poundstone.
Number 2, how many years have you done the Oscars?
Just since 1998, excuse me.
Mm-hmm. And number 3, how long has Pricewaterhouse done the Oscars?
Since about 1935.
Number 1, do they do is it accurate?
Yes.
Well, then, number 1, I have an idea for you, and you can pitch this to your boss. I'm going to let you take full credit for it. Would you consider doing the national election? Number 3, who was on stage when the streaker went through?
If memory serves, might have been David Niven.
Very good, number 3. Number 1, what did David Niven say when the streaker went through?
I don't remember.
No, that's not what he said, number 1.
Greg Proops.
Yes. Number 2, does PricewaterhouseCoopers do other award shows?
No, just the Academy Awards.
Really? Number 3, who's the other person in the world who knows the winners?
It's my partner, Greg Garrison.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Number 1, Mr. Price and Waterhouse don't have any idea?
No.
Number 2, are they dead?
Oh, they did, yes.
Aha. Number 3, is that why they have no idea?
As far as I know.
I'm
yeah.
on to something here, John. Stay with me. Number 2, what are the military tactics one employs?
It's quite complex. First of all, where we do the tallying is a secret location. And then there are only 2 of us that know the information, and we have bodyguards that pick us up at our homes and go to the secret location, pick up the material. Then they take us separate routes to the Academy Awards ceremony, and then we are actually with those bodyguards the entire time.
Wow.
Brooke Burns, on to you.
Number 1, what did you do before you did this?
I've always worked with PricewaterhouseCoopers.
All right. Number 2, what was the last designer gown that you wore?
It was a Calvin Klein.
Number 3, what was the most expensive piece of jewelry that you ever borrowed?
A pair of earrings a couple of years ago that were worth $70-some-odd thousand.
Number 2, who hired you?
Who hired me to...
when you attained this position?
Oh, I was actually with Price Waterhouse, and then the vacancy opened up, and they asked me if I would take that.
All right, the bell has sounded. Time is up on a very interesting story. It's time for our celebrity panel to lock in their votes without discussion. Is it number 1, number 2, or number 3? At this point, we'll ask our studio audience to cast their votes as well. At home, I'll remind you we're going to pay our team of challengers $1,000 for every incorrect vote. And we'll be right back to find out how everybody voted and who the real Academy Awards accountant is, right here on To Tell the Truth. The truth, one of our challengers is the real Academy Awards accountant, Lisa Peruzzi. The other 2 are lying. We'll find out soon. Meshack Taylor, for whom did you vote, sir?
Thank you, John. Well, they all 3 look stunning in their evening wear. But I think that number 3 just had some answers that seem to be right on the money, so I'm going to vote for her. Number 3.
Paula?
Well, I'm using science on this one, John. I don't think it's number 1, although I think she is associated with the Oscars, because number 1 is Holly Hunter, and I so enjoyed your work. Yeah, number 2 said that she had her last designer dress was a Calvin Klein designer dress. And Calvin Klein probably does make designer dresses, but it's just such a pat answer. And therefore, by the process of elimination, I have chosen number 3.
All right. Greg Proops.
I wish I'd put that much thought into it, frankly. I was just sitting here looking at the lights and colors, thinking about stuff. I went with number 2 because her incredibly implausible explanation of the security process dazzled me.
Brooke Burns.
Dazzle 1, Dazzle 2. I was dazzled as well.
All right. Dazzled between number 3 and number 2, and let's see how our audience was dazzled. Oh, all right. 57%, rather overwhelming for number 2. Time now to find out which one of our players is the real Academy Awards accountant. Will the real Lisa Peruzzi please stand up? We'll come back to you in just a minute. Let's meet our team of imposters. A fun story here. When you're not being Holly Hunter number 1, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Michelle Benish, and I'm a housewife here in Los Angeles.
Oh, thank you for being with us. Number 2, you would have had my vote. I thought perhaps it was you. Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Karen Charnell, and I work for the Unified School District, the LA Unified School District. I'm a teacher.
Oh, good. We enjoy having our teachers here. Thank you for being with us. So, Lisa, walk us through the security arrangements. You actually do, there are 2 people that take separate routes?
Right. She actually described it very, very well. So our practicing
Yes,
off
she
here.
did, Lisa.
Now, this makes you something of a celebrity at the firm, doesn't it?
It's kind of like groundhogs. They tell us we come out 1 day a year.
Uh-huh.
So, sure, there's a handful of days when we keep a good secret.
Thank you for being with us, sharing your story and your popularity. I do want to point out that certainly keep the integrity of the Academy Awards in place there, that you are donating your winnings.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with us and sharing your story with us. It's time now, panel, to meet our next 3 challengers.
Number 1, what is your name?
My name is Patty Segovia. Think girls can't skateboard? Think again.
Number 2, what is your name?
My name's Patty Segovia. Think girls can't skateboard? Think again.
Number 3, what is your name?
My name's Patty Segovia. Think girls can't skateboard? Think again.
Only one is the real Patty Segovia and has sworn to tell the truth.
All right, we'll be right back to find out which is the real Patty Segovia and how much she and I have in common right here on To Tell the Truth.
Free.
Welcome back to Tell the Truth, panel and audience. You know how the game is played. Our 3 ladies here all claim to be the real Patty Segovia. 2 are lying, and only 1 has signed a statement swearing to tell the truth. So please open up the affidavit you have in front of you, which you are now seeing for the first time, and follow along with me as I read the sworn testimony of the real Patty Segovia. I, Patty Segovia, founded the all-girls skate jam. My parents tried to raise me as a proper young woman, but I snuck off to the world of skateboards and skinned knees. Although the male skateboarders around me were courted by sponsors and treated like royalty, we women who could flip, kick, and ollie with the best of them got treated like beginning grommets. So I organized the all-girls skate jam, a skateboarding event for women. At first, I got laughed at by the skateboard industry. But my jam has now grown into an international tour covered by all the major sports networks. Today, female skaters are not only catching air, but catching airtime and sponsors, too. And that's where the rubber and the skateboard wheel meet the road. Signed, Patty Segovia. All right, panel and audience, our 3 young ladies here all claim to be the real all-girls skate jam founder. Which one is it? Meshach Taylor, we'll begin with you.
Thank you, John. Number 1, what company gave you corporate sponsorship?
Etnies and Union Bay.
Okay. Number 2, how old were you when you set up the all-girls skate thing?
I was 20 years old.
Number 3, is there a significant difference in the athleticism between guys and girls doing the kind of things that you do?
No, not at all.
So, number 1, you think you could compete against guys?
Sure.
All right. Number 2, do you think that will possibly happen anytime soon?
Yeah, I think it will in the next couple years, definitely.
All right, Paula Poundstone.
Number 2, what's a grommet?
Grommet is actually a young skateboarder.
Oh. No, I don't understand this. You said that they, number 1, you said that the guys were treated like royalty by the sponsors. Where were these sponsors when they were do they hang around like playgrounds or something?
Oh, I think a sponsorship would be someone that gives you money.
Well, no, I know what that is. It's also a sugar daddy, but No, what I'm saying is, how do they hook up? I mean, how do you find a particularly talented skateboarder?
I guess if you're just really good at what you do, you stand out like a sore thumb, and word runs around the block that you're hot.
Number 1, we are not communicating. Number 1, what's the most popular skateboard magazine?
Transworld Skateboarding.
Greg Crooks.
Number 2. I had a question. Yeah. Where did you learn to skateboard?
My older brother.
Your older brother?
Yeah.
Number 3. I'm just going to follow up on something Meshach said. All skateboard competition is completely segregated between men and women?
Yes. Well, no, actually. There's a lot of male skateboard competitions, but there aren't a lot of female skateboard competitions.
I see. So 1, you never compete against men in the same event?
There are some contests that have divisions for girls and boys.
All right, difference of opinion there. Brooke Burns.
Number 2, what do your parents think about you skateboarding now?
Well, they think it's a fun hobby, so, but
Even after all
unfortunately,
this?
it's my career, so they have to accept it.
Wow. Number 3, how many girls are a part of your skate jam?
Wow, there are so many. I mean, per competition, it's usually about 150, and nationwide, there's like 2,000 people.
Okay, number 1, it says here that now it's grown into an international tour. Where was the last place internationally that you skated?
We went to Europe, Paris, France.
All right, Bella Sound, the time is up, and it's time for both our studio audience and our celebrity panel to lock in their votes without discussion. Is it number 1, number 2, or number 3? And we'll be right back. We're going to find out how everybody voted and who the real all-girls Skate Jam founder is right here on To Tell the Truth. Welcome back to Tell the Truth. One of our challengers is the real all-girls Skate Jam founder, Patty Segovia. We're going to start with Meshack Taylor. Please tell us, sir, who you voted for whom?
Well, thank you, John. Well, I tell you, looking at number 3, I'm getting a model vibe from her. Number 2 and number 1 both have the physicality for it and everything, and you know, and I may be totally off the wall, but I'm just going to go for number 1.
Number 1, all right, Paula Poundstone.
I'll tell you something. I was at a park recently, and perhaps I should recuse myself for this, but I was popping wheelies on my banana bike, and I see number 2.
Greg Cruz.
Yeah. Number 1 and number 3 look like they're total Bettys, but number 2 can shred.
What means this shred? What works?
I would have to go with number 2 as well, only because if they're anything like motocross riders, most of them have piercings, and so I went for number 2.
All right. All right. Votes are in from our celebrity panel. Let's see how our audience voted. Oh. There's something about a girl with piercings. All righty. Votes are all in. Time now to find out which one of our players is the real all-girls Skate Jam founder, Will-A-Real, Patty Segovia. Please stand up.
I knew we were going to have to separate these two. Move over! Move over!
Sorry.
Do I have to turn a hose on you?
Jeepers creepers.
No physical restraints.
Someone can't handle failure, John.
It is, you've seen it in the air, and you've seen it on the road. It's now happening in game shows. Game show rage. It's just needs to be contained. Anyway, what an interesting story. That's, you are part of allgirlsskatejam.com. Allgirlsskatejam.com if you need more information about the Skate Jam. Let's meet our team of imposters first, though. Number 2, you got an awful lot of votes. I think the piercings really swayed them. Right?
Yeah.
Who are you and what do you do?
My name's Lexi Smith, and I actually host comedy showcases throughout the LA area.
Nice to have you with us. And, of course, number 3, just tell us who you are, because you probably have been on half a dozen magazine covers, I'm sure. Right?
My name is Kristen Andriotti, and I'm going to school for radio broadcasting.
You are?
Right.
Are you a model as well? I would assume you were. Thank you for being with us. This is, well, Patty, congratulations to you for having the perseverance to keep this going and originating this area that has been traditionally a male-dominated thing. How many women with you now in your group?
About 50.
Really?
And it's on a quarterly basis, right before the events. But we've calling it the all-girl board jam now, since we added surf and snow. So it's growing bigger and better.
Board jam.
Well, it's a great achievement for you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Continued success. Allgirlsskatejam.com. If you want more information, you have 4 incorrect votes because of all the piercings that are on up there. $4,000 split among the 3 of you. Thank you so much for being with us. Brings us to the end of another To Tell the Truth. Saying goodbye to Meshack Taylor, Paula Poundstone, Greg Cruz, and Brooke Burns. John O'Hurley saying I'll see you next time right here on To Tell the Truth.
It's America's favorite ball game.
Bingo America with Patrick Duffy. Download your card for free at gsn.com. And if your bingo matches our bingo, you can win cash.
B-I-N-G-O.
It's that simple. Watch and play Bingo America tonight at 7, 6 Central, only on GSN.
Sworn to tell the truth. Now let's meet our panel. Co-star of Murder, She Wrote, Ron Mason. Talk show hostess, Mother Loud. Actor and raconteur, Orson Bean. And to tell the truth's very own, Kitty Carlisle. Here's the host of To Tell the Truth, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Burton. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And good morning. Good morning, panel. My, oh, my. Don't we all just look spiffy today? So let's get to the monkeys. Our first story represented by these three gentlemen, each of whom claims to be Don McLeod.